Hey guys, welcome back to Bad Luck Garage. I know a lot of you may have noticed we've not seen the turbo truck in a while. There's nothing really major wrong with it. We do have a little oil leak still in the oil return line, but you know that's an easy fix, so I'm going to get that taken care of. Also, I need to change the plugs out. And the main thing you guys have been asking for is the high boost tune. Well, I'm about to show you why that hasn't happened yet. As you can see, it is crap weather. I've actually had a couple days of good weather in the last week or so where I probably could have done the tune. The problem is I've been real busy with work. Other things have come up, so I really, honestly, guys, I just haven't gotten around to it. So we've been kind of doing little how-to videos and you know, install videos that we could do quickly just to kind of, you know, keep something on the channel for you guys to watch. Sad truth is I've actually ordered lots of parts over the last 2 or 3 weeks. I've got parts for the Turbo C10. I've got parts for the wife's Camaro. Got a lot of stuff really that I need to install and do videos on. But it's been doing a lot of raining. It's been really cold. I've been working a lot. And the biggest problem that I have is this junked up garage. There are all the excuses in the world out there, guys. But the bottom line is if I would just get my ass out here and clean this garage up, all the bad weather excuses would really go out the window because, well, I've got a garage to work in. Well, I've decided to get out here today, and even if I don't get the whole garage clean, at least make some space where we can start pulling vehicles in here and I can start getting some stuff done so you guys can watch it. You guys probably don't want to see a video of me cleaning the garage, so we'll just go ahead and fast forward through all that. Here we are about 2.5 hours later, and I think I made a lot of progress over here on this side, but we still got all this stuff on this side to worry about. Yeah, honestly, I should have never let it get this bad, but here I am, so. All right, for the most part, we're looking good. We've got a few items over here that actually go to our Apache pop-up camper out there, which is most likely going to be getting sold soon. There's just, like, I really just don't feel like putting any more money into it, so we're probably just going to sell that. So, like, you know, that screen, that table, that board back there, some items in those boxes, those all go to the Apache camper, so don't really have anything to do with those right now. But this is a perfect example of how even organization can't really make up for a lack of space. This is like a 1.5 car garage. It's got a 1 car garage door on it, but yeah, I need a bigger shop space, guys. Anyway, the important thing is I should be able to get vehicles in here now to work on them, at least the Camaro, which I've got a video I'm going to do on that real soon. And of course, Project Steppenwolf, our Turbo C10. I realize this is probably a pretty boring video, but there is a lesson in here, guys. The lesson is work your projects, don't let your projects work you. What's been going on out here is for probably the last year, I've just been doing project after project after project, not just on the cars, on the house as well. And I wasn't cleaning up after myself, and I got in a situation finally where I couldn't even get a vehicle in here to work on it. Take care of your garages, guys, because, well, you freaking need them. Now that we got all this space and no more excuses, what do you say we get started on something? But first, we're going to crack open an ice cold Rockstar. Oh yeah, that's good. Today, although it is miserable and wet. But since we got our garage back now and we actually have Steppenwolf in here for the first time in probably, geez guys, I think it's been about 8 months since I've been able to get a vehicle in here. We're going to go ahead and pull the plugs, check the gap on those, check the plugs themselves, see if we need to just replace them. And we're also going to try to fix our oil leak on our turbo drain line that we were talking about earlier. So I'm gonna go ahead and get started. I'll tell you what, guys, every time I have to get to those last two plugs on that side, it just reminds me of why I want to get rid of that factory air box and just go with a vintage air setup, because this thing right here is in the way no matter what you're trying to do back there. It's in the way trying to get spark plugs in and out. It's in the way when you're trying to run a downpipe for a turbo. I mean, seriously, guys, you can't tell me that back in 1974, GM didn't realize that someday somebody would be sticking an LS in here and then trying to throw a turbocharger on it. Anyway, we got our spark plugs out. We're going to read these. I already know they need to be gapped down a little bit. I believe I had them gapped at 26 when I was running the nitrous. And, you know, with the turbo, what I'm seeing is if I'm even just slightly rich up top, you know, I start getting spark blowout. So we're probably going to gap these down to 24 or 22 and clean them up a little bit and put them back in. For checking out 4 of my plugs here, what I figured out is my timing apparently is really good, looking at the ground strap here, and the heat range of the plug is good, but I am running a bit rich, but I already knew that. 246, cylinder number 6, sorry guys. Cylinder 6 is actually running a little bit rich, and that kind of makes sense based on where we had put our decapped injectors on those back cylinders. But cylinder number 8 is not running rich. But anyway, the plugs look pretty good. I'm going to clean them up a little bit, and like I said, we're going to gap them down and stick them back in. I'm betting you guys don't want to see that. Honestly, this is probably a pretty boring video anyway, because all I'm doing is tinkering really. So I'll go ahead and get these plugs in, get the other side done, and unless I see something, you know, just crazy on that side, we'll just skip to the oil leak. Before I go any further, I need to apologize to you, my viewers. I'm sorry, guys. You missed out on something great. I didn't think you'd want to watch me put the spark plugs back in the passenger side, but I've seen the folly of my ways, because what you missed out on was a big 280-pound fat ass laying on top of this engine and trying to get to that back plug. I'll try to make it up to you in the future, guys. I'm guessing most of the people watching this video know how to gap plugs. Some people do it with filler gauges. You know, I have those over here. I have those over here too. I've got, you know, we got filler gauges there. Those are actually meant for gapping plugs. And we got another set of filler gauges here. I prefer to just use this handy dandy little tool here. You can get these for like 99 cents at the front counter of most of your auto parts stores. They're easy to use. They're not as precise as using filler gauges, but this is bad luck garage, guys. Close is close enough. This is how I do it, you know. You stick your filler gauge in till you get some tension. I hope you guys can see that. And you can see it gets real tight right around 30. Okay, so we want it to be down around 24. So here's what I do. I just grab the back of this filler gauge like this and just smack the top of that ground strap a little bit. Actually, I got it. We'll just tap it one more time there. I got it almost dead on the first time. Yeah, there we go. We're at 24. So anyway, that's how you gap them. If you get a little too tight, you can take this edge here and just lay it next to it and kind of push the edge on the electrode and just twist, or not the electrode, but the ground strap, and just kind of twist and bend it up a little bit, and then, you know, start your measurements again. But we're right where we need to be. So, whoa, almost dropped it. We're going to go ahead and get these shoved back in the driver's side now, and we'll be done with our spark plugs. Hey guys, I'm not trying to get all mushy on you here, but John just called me, and I was kind of wondering why I hadn't heard from him today. As I said earlier in the video, we've had a lot of rain, a lot of bad weather, and when John called earlier, what's going on is, he lives in the bottom of his house. Their master bedroom is downstairs. He has his son, daughter-in-law, and granddaughter. They pretty much live upstairs. And John and his wife, they let them have the upstairs and they kind of stay downstairs. Well, with all the rain we got, their whole downstairs of their house flooded last night. So, if it's your thing, throw some prayers out for John and his family. Hopefully the insurance will help get everything straightened out. But, I mean, he's literally got inches of water, through his whole bedroom. The garage that you see us working in all the time over there, I mean, it's flooded. So if you want to throw out some happy thoughts for John in the comment section on this video, or go to our Facebook page. He actually monitors the Facebook page more than I do. I'm sure he'd appreciate that, guys. Just kind of give him a little uplift. I know at the beginning of this video I actually said no more excuses, but I'm going to cut this a little bit short. We got all our driver's side spark plugs put back in. All our plugs are re-gapped. We got a garage cleaned out, so that's awesome. So I can start working in here again. But I feel like I need to go over there and make sure John and his family's okay and see if there's anything they need from us. So I'm going to go ahead and cut this video short. But I will be back with another video soon. We're actually going to be doing some work on the wife's Camaro too. So stick around, guys. Hit that subscribe button, and we'll see you next time here on Bad Luck Garage.